Hey everyone, Pilot here, and we're going to be playing Not It, Spookiest Edition. And this was developed by Snowhaven Studios. You can find this over at Itch.io. I have a link in the description, you can all try it out. And this game, I do believe, is around $4, $5, can't remember. But in this game, we play as a girl that moved to a new town where nothing scary is going to happen. Hopefully. Let's start it. Well, here we are. I made it just in time for Halloween, too. Despite today being Halloween, I don't see any decorations as I drive into town. Maybe they aren't big on Halloween here. Well, that's a shame. Go into the driveway of my new home and get out. My furniture was already delivered, so all that's left is for me to officially move in. I'll need to pick up a few things at the store. Might as well take care of that now. Kind of small, so it's just a quick walk to the grocery store. To my surprise, it's closed. I didn't think stores closed for Halloween. Come to think of it, the streets seem pretty empty. It's a small rural town, the main reason I chose it. But it didn't seem quite this empty when I saw the house before. There's a strange, lifeless feeling in the air, as though the town is almost abandoned.
Where is everyone?
Ooh, some voice acting. I really like the animation style of this. Whoever drew this, good job. I like it. Turn around at the sound of the voice. I found myself facing a middle-aged man who looks rather puzzled to see me.
Sorry, what?
Who are you? Are you a visitor?
Actually, I just moved here.
Oh, that explains it. You see, I'm the mayor, so I'm used to recognizing everyone here.
I see.
You picked a poor time to move in. Everyone evacuates on Halloween because of the curse.
What curse? Or, I don't believe. Let's do what curse.
Oh dear. You mean no one told you?
No, one thing I like about the games like this that have a lot of voice acting, it actually gives me time to drink my coffee.
Told me what?
I thought I made it clear that everyone was supposed to... Oh, you bought the McKellis house, did you?
How do you know?
Yes, why?
Old McKellis was intent on getting out of here. No wonder he didn't tell you about the curse. Probably thought you wouldn't buy the place if you knew.
I still don't understand what's going on.
Let me explain. Many years ago,
Curses.
there was a tragic death. Let's leave it at that.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Ever since then, this area has been cursed.
Now, this game has about,
How
I think they said it was like 20 or 8 different, or 25 different endings. I don't know, it's either 8 or 25, I can't remember. I know there's 25 things that can happen.
Halloween.
I can't remember, but I'm not gonna go and try completing the whole game, getting all the endings.
Revenge on the town.
I am curious what ending I'm gonna get at the end of this. Let's see. This has nothing to do with me. Can't the spirit leave the town? And why Halloween? Why Halloween?
It is the anniversary of his death.
Oh, that explains it then.
So the spirit celebrates his death by wreaking havoc on random people.
I would.
Perhaps it is when his rage is most fierce.
I'm actually supposed to believe this story, because it's just a prank they play on newcomers.
Excuse me, I need to make my own preparations to leave.
Hurries past me, nearly knocking me over in his haste to get by, all but runs down the street. That was extremely weird. Doesn't seem like people have left town though. There's gotta be someone else I can ask to find what's going on. Go to the police station. They'll have the 411 on all the 911s. Police station is just around the corner from the grocery store, so I head there. Can I leave? It's open. Well, it should be.
Yes, do you need
be.
I mainly need information. I just moved into town, you see.
You picked a terrible time to do it.
I have to say, some of the voices are, like, the audio is really low.
Is there really an evacuation?
Like, Katie here, her voice sounds clear, but
Yes, and if you need any help getting out,
for,
say the word.
the officer here,
Mike, and it's my duty to make sure everyone evacuates safe.
Officer Mike. Security guard Mike? Mike Schmidt? No. Oh, there's just something weird about that guy's face. Like, maybe he has like a Scooby-Doo thing. There is no ghosts or anything. Just a guy behind it all. And it's him.
Why are people evacuating?
Didn't they tell you? It's Halloween. That means the curse will strike soon. If I were you, I'd get out of here while you still can.
Even he believes in the curse. I think that the
It's real?
police would be more reasonable.
Very real.
You've seen proof of the curse, then?
Yes, and it's all been recorded at the Historical Society. Now, unless you need help, I need to finish up a few things here and then check to make sure everyone is evacuated.
I see. Thank you for your time.
The Historical Society, huh? Guess I should head over there and try to figure this thing out. I find the Historical Society pretty easy. To my surprise, it's still open.
Can I help you with something?
Considering the way the rest of the town is right now, I'm surprised anyone's here.
I'll be closing up soon. I don't believe we've met before, though. I'm Willow.
Katie, I just moved into town.
Oh my. And today of all days.
I was told I could learn more about the curse if I came here.
That's
Oh,
right.
good place for
It's
it.
the Historical Society, after all. So you can find everything related to our town's history here.
And it's really true that people evacuate the town every Halloween?
And who moves on Halloween? That's just a weird holiday to move. That's like moving on Christmas Day.
Yes, it's been going on so long now. I'm amazed people around the country don't know about it.
This is so weird. Alright, we can learn about the curse's origins, look for evidence of the curse. You know enough already. Origins.
Where should I look to find information about the curse's origins?
Oh, you'll want to look all the way in the back of the newspaper articles from the 1800s.
1800s, huh? That is pretty far back. Head to the back of the room. There are documents and records of the town's history all over the place, but they become fewer and fewer the deeper I go. Soon I reach a small section marked 1800s. Very little here, but a few yellow newspaper articles have been carefully preserved. First one is from November 1st, 1832. Hermit hiding on Halloween? 29-year-old Matthew Hare, known to be a recluse by his neighbors, was reported missing late last night, Halloween, after his house was found unexpectedly empty by trick-or-treaters attempting to break in. Well, trick-or-treaters breaking in. I don't think they're trick-or-treaters then. More like vandals. Police discourage the act of trespassing, but are asking anyone with any information on his whereabouts to report to the sheriff's office. I moved to the next newspaper, November 14th, 1832. Matthew Hare found dead. After vanishing on Halloween, police had no leads on the disappearance of 29-year-old Matthew Hare until last night. His body was discovered in the woods roughly a quarter mile outside of town by police just after nightfall. Evidence suggests Hare had been beaten to death at an unknown location before being transported to the place he was eventually found. The investigation is ongoing. Another article from December 6th, 1832, is carefully preserved beneath it. Cold case. It has been almost 4 weeks since the death of 29-year-old Matthew Hare, and the police are still searching for suspects in his suspected murder. Hare was reclusive, the sheriff said when questioned about their lack of progress. This makes it difficult to pin down his movements or any enemies he might have had. Hare had been considered strange by many local residents, and, when asked, residents admit to being a little relieved he's no longer around. Wow, I guess didn't really like him that much, huh? After a month of searching, they didn't have any leads and were considering dropping the case. Next few articles have nothing to do with the curse, only the town's history. But at last I spot the name Hare again. What? This one is from October 20th, 1833. That's almost a year later. Hare murderers finally caught. After a year, there's been a new break in the Matthew Hare murder investigation. A group of 5 people, 4 teenagers and 1 adult, came forward Monday and confessed to assaulting and murdering Hare almost a year ago. The attack took place earlier that Halloween night while Hare was walking down the road back towards his house from downtown, after which they relocated his body to the woods. Some of the attackers state they came forward with a confession so long after the incident because, in their words, Hare placed a curse on this town. According to the attackers, Hare used his dying breath to curse not only his killers, but the entire town, blaming everyone here for what had happened to him and what he swore to get his revenge the next Halloween. There was something weird about him, one boy confessed. I honestly think he meant it. Police have yet to comment on any supernatural implications of Hare's death. Finally, there's one more right beside it, from November 1st, 1833. Revenge from the grave? The 5 culprits in the Hare murder, who had been awaiting trial, died late last night. The guard on duty shot all 5 of them before killing himself. The officer had no known ties to Matthew Hare, so his motives are unknown. Police declined to comment on the possibility that this was Matthew Hare's promised revenge.
So that's how it all started, huh?
Alright, let's do evidence.
Where should I look to find evidence of the curse?
Everywhere, it's all around you.
Evidence? That would be scattered throughout our history. 10 years ago is when the evacuation started.
10 years ago, evacuation. Most of the documents and records on display seem to be highlighting the high points, or low points, in this case, of the town's history. There's a man nearby reading some of them, but he doesn't look up as I pass. Finally, I reach a framed notice from about 10 years earlier. Stay safe this Halloween. In light of incidents throughout the years suggesting Matthew Hare's curse on the town is real and will affect anyone within the town's borders, it is requested that everyone evacuate on October 31st. Evacuation is voluntary, but highly encouraged. Police will help pay for any expenses. Wow. Curse appears to be restricted to the town and its immediate surroundings. Going at least 10 miles away is recommended. It will be safe to return to the town November 1st. Please pay for people's expenses? They're really serious about this. Near the notice, there's a magazine article titled The Halloween Curse, How a Dead Man Terrified Citizens of a Small Town. Curses really exist? The inhabitants of this small town would tell you yes, without a doubt. The story of this curse goes back to a man who died centuries earlier on Halloween and supposedly cursed the entire town with desires for revenge. Ever since then, strange tragic incidents have happened on Halloween. Prison guard who murdered all of his prisoners before turning the gun on himself, a mother who killed her children and 2 neighbors, a stranger from out of town who went on a shooting spree. Circumstances are always different, but in every case, the culprit claims to have no memory of the crime. Each Halloween passed, with a new tragedy, people begin to whisper it was the dead man's spirit possessing a person each year to exact revenge. That matches what the mayor told me. The rest of the articles related to the curse document the incidents mentioned in the magazine article, among others. Something awful happened every Halloween. I guess it's not surprising they started to believe in the curse. I don't want to reread anything. That's enough.
I think I understand enough now.
Good, because it's actually about closing time.
Getting out of town to avoid the curse, huh?
Actually, I don't believe in the curse.
What?
How do you explain all the evidence?
Evidence? It's all circumstantial. A few bad things happen on Halloween, and people see a pattern where there isn't one.
Oh, so far they've only mentioned, what, 3 incidences? And, it was all from, like, starting back from, like, over 100 years? So, I guess it kind of would be all circumstantial.
Didn't something happen every Halloween, though?
Coincidence. Besides, once people started talking about the curse,
Oh, maybe something did happen every Halloween. I don't know. They only mentioned 3 of them. Let's see. I don't believe in it.
That's a relief. I was starting to think I was the only one. I'm glad to know someone else sees how irrational it is.
How can you say that?
A lot of energy in him. Man who had been reading historical documents turns away from the display to fix us with a furious glare.
The curse exists. Doubting the curse is asking for trouble.
Calm down, Joseph.
Then I changed my mind, I believe.
Calm down? Disbelief like yours is what gets people killed.
I'm going to evacuate, so don't worry.
You evacuate even though you don't believe in the curse?
What else am I going to do? Spend the night all alone in an abandoned town? With everyone else gone, then there would be legitimate things to worry about.
I don't know if that logic makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, in an abandoned town, okay, I mean, one night. I mean, don't you spend the night by yourself in your own place? Almost. Like, if you don't leave your house, you wouldn't know the town was abandoned.
Why? Aren't you planning to leave?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess I will.
That's the first logical thing you've said.
Do you have a car? If not, you can come with me and my friend Rita.
Sure.
Where do people go anyway?
Some visit relatives, some plan trips for this time of year. Most just go to the next town over, though. It's about 20 miles away. The motel there loves the business.
I'll bet.
The door opens and a woman pokes her head in.
If anyone needs to carpool with me, you'd better hurry. Nearly everyone else is gone, and I won't wait much longer.
Southern accent.
That's Rita. Since I don't drive, I usually go with her.
Don't leave without me.
He races out of the historical society, and Willow and I follow.
What in the world? My tires!
Ooh, what happened to the tires? She stares in horror at the car parked along the curb. 2 of its tires are flat.
It was just fine a minute ago.
Oh God, it's happening
I
already.
mean, you still could get out of town. You should have a spare, right? It just leaves one bad tire. Drive on the rim.
Calm down.
I mean, if it was like life or death, wouldn't you do it?
Calm down. Calm down. We're all going to die.
Maybe. Let's see where you got. Guess you're out of luck. We can take my car. Yeah, let's take my car, I guess.
Bless you, darling.
I don't know any of you people, but sure. Almost seems like a Chainsaw Texas Massacre here. There's a lot of people in my vehicle. Don't know any of them. Can't say I'm crazy about this, but they're so upset. I feel bad not helping them out. When we reach the driveway, I glance up at the house. I haven't even gotten to probably move in yet. Unless I want to hand over my car to someone I just met, I have no choice but to go with them. Reach into my coat pocket for my keys. Huh?
Is something wrong?
My keys are gone.
What?
First my tires, now her keys. It started already.
I have to say, I like the music with this game. And the voice acting is all really good. The art style, the music, the voice act, everything just goes together. How could the curse steal my keys? Must be a logical explanation. Let's do, how could it take my keys? They all stare at me. I hope I'm not picking choices to get my character killed.
You're all acting like this is part of the curse, but how is that possible?
Someone must already be possessed, and they found a way to steal your keys.
Maybe she's the one possessed, and she's lying about the keys!
I don't feel possessed.
Seriously?
Hey, what? Sounds like a car engine running somewhere.
A car?
And it's running?
This curse was so good of a curse. Why would there be a car? Oh, unless that's part of the curse. Take off together in the direction of the sound. Willow and I follow. I like getting in the car at the back of a Nightmare on Elm Street. Don't do it. The car is alive. I not believe in the curse, but I sure am curious to see how this all plays out. Find the car downtown. It's parked outside a small brick building with a sign that declares it to be the local inn.
The owner must be inside.
I just hope it isn't the killer.
As a group, we walk towards the indoors. Anne is standing just inside the inn.
Finally, some people. Say, what's going on around here?
Jeez, we got a little bit of everyone. We got Southern. We got like a, I want to say a Bronx accent.
Who are you?
Can we use your car?
What's with you guys?
You must be from out of town, aren't you?
Yeah, the name's Vinny. Came here looking for a room.
Yeah,
There's no
Sounded
one
like he was
here.
out of town.
This isn't in, isn't it?
It is. But everyone else is already evacuated. We're the only ones left.
No, now that I think about it, they all kind of have faces where it's like, they could be possessed. They could be evil.
Whoa, evacuated. What's going on?
Let's see. Never mind that. Let's just go. There's a curse. They believe in a curse. Let's just go.
Yes, I quite agree. Vinny, can we use your car?
We're seriously evacuating the town? Sure, fine. You guys know more about it than I do.
Just like us, he's perfectly okay with it. Yeah, let's go, people. Shaking his head, he walks to the inn door and pushes.
Huh?
Is something wrong?
Oh, let me guess, we're all trapped here. In the horror hotel.
Door won't open. Must have it backwards.
Pulls on the door instead, but it still doesn't budge.
What in the... You're telling me we're locked in?
What?
Joseph pushes past all of us and throws himself against the door. He struggles with it frantically, trying to get it open.
Panicking won't help. We need to deal with this logically.
Logically? Are you insane? We're still here on Halloween, and someone locked us in!
Calm down. First Rita's tires, then my keys, and now this.
Oh no. It's really starting to seem like someone is trying to keep us here.
It's happened already. He's already possessed someone, and we're his next victims!
Let's do accidentally, see what happens.
Accidentally? How many times have you accidentally locked yourself in a public building?
More times than I wish to remember.
Katie's right. It's strange. But when we rushed in here, we must have locked it by mistake.
Could someone fill me in? Did he just say someone was... possessed?
Yes, he did.
As if you don't know.
Huh?
Joseph, what are you implying?
That it's him! That's what I'm implying! He's the one who lured us in here!
No, he's just out to blame everybody.
Whoa, lured? Get real.
If it wasn't for you, at least we could leave on foot. Now we...
Slow creak somewhere above us makes him fall silent. We all exchange glances. That sounded like someone walking around upstairs. Another creak comes from above us, followed by a thud. Body hitting the
Someone
floor.
else is in here.
But no one came when I rang the bell.
It might have just been the wind knocking the shutters around.
We wait, but there aren't any further sounds from the second floor.
Should we go see?
No!
That's right, Joseph, you have the right idea. None of our business.
I think we should focus on trying to get this door open. That's our real problem.
Enough of you, bust it down.
Well, I'm going upstairs. Is anyone coming with me?
And she was never heard from again. Oh. We'll investigate.
I'll go too.
Thank you, dear.
Hate to have one of our new friends get killed because I didn't go with them. Leaving Willow, Joseph, and Vinny to work on the door, Rita and I head up to the inn's creaky staircase. I just realized that Vinny's the like the New Yorker with the voice. Oh. At the top of the stairs, the hallway goes into two directions, with each ring of the inn having 4 rooms.
Hello?
There's no answer. The second floor is silent.
We should probably check the rooms, just to be sure.
I agree. Do you think we should stick together? We probably can cover more ground if we split up.
No! Do you people ever watch horror movies? Stick together.
It's probably safest if we stick together. Besides, there aren't that many rooms.
Good point. I suppose we should start from the beginning with room 1.
Hardly matters in this size. We walk together into the left wing and open the first door. The small room looks cozy and also completely abandoned. Check the second room with the same results. We open the third door and look inside. What are you doing here, Officer Mike?
Officer Mike?
Oh, Officer Mike, I'm so happy to know it was you that we heard walking around up here.
What are you folks doing here? I figured I was on my own.
We came in because we saw a car outside? What are you doing here? Car outside.
Maybe there's someone else here.
There's quite a few of us now, actually.
Yeah, Officer Mike, you can barely hear him talk.
We came upstairs because we heard noises and didn't realize anyone else was in here.
Why are you here, anyway?
Frank fell down in one of the rooms. I've been searching the other rooms to find something. Just enough to get him downstairs. Outside.
Frank?
He's the innkeeper.
Yeah, I've been messing around with the settings too.
You might as well stop looking
It's like the music,
until we know
even though I turned it
that
down, it
door.
still sounds loud. And Mike's voice is still very soft.
The inn door's locked. We're stuck inside unless we can get it open.
That's odd. Let's go talk to Frank. He must know where the key is.
Mike leads us to the other wing, into room 5. Inside, an elderly man is sitting on the bed.
Any luck?
Hi there, Doc Brown.
I'm afraid we have worse news. These folks say the inn door locked and trapped them inside.
No. Shouldn't be possible without the keys.
Where are the keys? I'll see if I can get the door open.
Always keep them with me.
You actually have them? Oh, he does have the
The
keys.
big brass one is for the front door.
Are those the only keys? Were you in here? Were you in here the entire time? That's about the keys.
Yeah.
You're sure?
I think they all these voice actors did the lines or did the recordings separate from each other. I think that's why they're all different volumes.
Yeah.
And there's no way to lock the inn without them.
Yeah.
Wait here, Frank. I'll be back for you as soon as we get the door open.
As if I'm going anywhere.
Both of them guys look like they're up to no good. Downstairs in the lobby, Willow and Vinny are standing by the door. It doesn't look like they've made any progress. Joseph paces nearby, looking miserable and even more distressed than when we left. They look up.
Officer Mike.
It turns out he was the one we heard. He was helping Frank.
Frank's here too?
He hurt his leg, so he's still upstairs for now.
However, he has the keys to the front door, so we should be able to get out of here.
Whatever Frank said is true, it doesn't make sense that the door could have locked behind us.
Keys? You have keys? We're saved!
Mike hurries down the stairs and over to the door where Rita and I follow. He takes the large brass key and inserts it into the lock. It fits smoothly. Then he twists it and tries the door. Nothing happens. Dun dun dun. He tries again.
The key works, but it still won't open.
Something be blocking the door.
Some sort of barricade set up outside? That's possible.
That barricade was put up pretty fast since we tried the door almost as soon as we got in there.
Then there's nothing to worry about. Whoever trapped us in here would be stuck outside.
Unless it was one of us. Who came in last?
Are you honestly suggesting one of us blocked the door from the outside without us noticing?
He is always accusing someone.
It's possible. If they set it up so they could pull it towards the door as it's shut.
You seem to have put a lot of thought into this, Joseph.
Not really, Wait, are you accusing me?
Aha! The tables have turned.
Calm down, all of you. Accusing one another won't get us anywhere. Let's sit down and talk about this rationally.
You want to sit and talk? We should be finding a way to bust out!
If one of us really is possessed by the spirit of Matthew Hayer, a situation like that is exactly what could give him the opening he needs to claim a victim.
Or for someone to panic and do something irrational.
The best thing we can do is keep an eye on one another until morning comes.
He walks into the inn's common area and sits down. After a moment, the rest of us all do the same. I don't like being trapped here. Is there really a chance one of us did it on purpose? For a while, we just all look at each other.
Well, at least we can all agree that I didn't do it.
Why?
Whoa, you all came in after me. The door was working fine then, and you all had your eyes on me the entire time.
True. He has a point there.
Yeah, but how do we know you didn't rig it so it would break after a set amount of time?
Oh my, he has so many excuses.
You've gotta be kidding me.
We can sit around here throwing around what-if ideas all night, but it won't get us anywhere. Does anyone have any proof, any hard evidence that might point toward a culprit?
It was Willow.
Willow.
Excuse me?
She's been with us the whole time.
You're the one who noticed Vinny's car. If not for you, none of us would be in here.
That's your hard evidence? I pointed out a car we might be able to use to escape?
But we couldn't use it to escape because we got locked in here. He has a point.
Not really.
You're always denying the curse exists too. That's the perfect cover for Matthew Hayer. Use your natural behavior to make us all lower our guard.
I'll admit, it does look like more evidence points toward Willow than anyone else right now.
Really?
This is unbelievable.
I just don't see it.
Are you going to kill me?
Wow, he took that from like 1 to 11.
No!
Lies. know you are. I've always known I'd die this way.
Locked inside of a hotel with a bunch of people.
Now calm down. No one needs to die.
What do you recommend we do?
Nothing?
Sorry, what?
Yeah, no one's gonna kill each other if you all just stay in the same room together.
No one tries anything. Nothing needs to be done. As long as we keep an eye on each other.
Just like I said.
Nothing can go wrong.
I'm certainly not going to try anything.
No, don't believe it! Don't believe it!
Calm down.
I've read the stories. I know how it will be. You wait until you fall asleep and then...
I will not fall asleep while guarding you. I promise.
You
Alright,
say that
Officer
now,
Mike,
but
we're
we'll
holding
be
you
the
to
ones
it.
Pay the price.
He lunges at Willow, raising a hammer. Where'd he get a hammer from?
No!
Two guns fire at the same time. Joseph's body falls limp to the ground. Wait, what? Yeah, Katie, just what I was thinking. What? Mike and Vinny both have guns drawn, aimed at Joseph.
Thank you.
They could have just, I don't know, hit him with the gun, couldn't they?
I can't believe he tried to kill you.
I know. Oh my goodness.
Does this mean Joseph was the one possessed?
No, he was just, really crazy and paranoid.
I would like to believe so.
Just a minute. Why does this guy have a gun?
Emotion seems to have motivated Frank enough for him to painfully hobble his way downstairs.
Me? What's it to you?
Seems awfully suspicious.
Oh, now that I think about it, Vinny is the whole reason we're trapped in the inn.
How is he the reason you're trapped in the inn?
I see. So there's a chance Joseph was merely frightened, not possessed.
You're
I think so.
all nuts.
Please, stay calm.
Maybe that's how all the other murders happened. It was also all paranoia. And we're just going through the same cycle as all the other times. All the other Halloweens.
Calm? I stop at a small town on my way home to be with my family. Nice little town to spend Halloween. Or so I think. Next thing I know, I'm locked in an inn with a bunch of crackpots who believe one of them is possessed.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
Nothing has happened here tonight that can't be explained away by paranoia.
He has a point.
Yes, I quite agree. There is no curse. Everyone is just letting their fear override their common sense.
You have no real reason to suspect me of anything.
Then you won't mind sitting with us here all night long. Yes.
I don't want to be rude, but it seems to me you're awfully eager for us all to stay together overnight.
Well, safety in numbers.
Is there a problem? Seems like the safest solution to me.
It's just, we'll probably fall asleep, but you're trained to stay awake even when you're tired, aren't you?
I can assure you I'll be awake to protect everyone.
To protect us, or to kill us.
The blame game.
You actually suspect me?
Matthew Hayer could possess anyone, even you.
You do look kind of sus.
Have I given you any reason to suspect me?
Well, it just occurred to me that you were upstairs when we got here, only we didn't know that for a while. You could have done something to the door ahead of time to trap us in here.
That's absurd.
It is possible.
I hate to mention it, but I couldn't help but notice how interested you were in picking someone to blame too.
What are you talking about? I was trying to get to the bottom of this whole thing.
Still, if all we have to do is sit together, it doesn't matter who we think is possessed. Asking so many questions just makes us suspicious of one another.
Yeah.
Fine. What do you want me to do?
I think I would feel much safer if you were locked in another room.
Sure. One of the guys that has a gun who's trained to use it. Let's leave him in another room,
Lock me
away
in
from
another
us.
room. I suppose the rest of you will be out here together. Doesn't anyone else find it just a bit suspicious that Rita wants me, the person who has vowed to defend all of you, locked up so I can't reach you?
What are you implying?
She jumps to her feet. Mike also stands. He draws his gun.
I'm saying I think the real person Matthew Hare is possessed is you, Rita.
No, it really is you, isn't it?
Then he jumps to his feet as well. He has his gun drawn again. He aims it at Mike, but he hesitates. Any second now, Mike will shoot Rita. Then he shoots him first. We'll save her, but Mike might die instead. I'm gonna say stop him from shooting? Maybe no one has to get shot. Mike knows what he's doing. I don't believe he's possessed. His plan was a good one, and Rita's objection is suspicious. I have to trust him.
Don't do it!
Vinny glances at me and slowly lowers the gun. Mike fires his gun. Aww. Hits Rita in the chest as she staggers backwards.
I don't know what you were planning, but I won't let it happen.
I wasn't planning anything.
All paranoia. That's what this whole thing is about, isn't it? Mike fires again. Fires. Already she's like down. I mean, she isn't gonna do anything. This is horrible. Rita goes still. Mike turns to us.
I'm sorry.
Why'd you have to kill her? I mean, you shot her. She's immobile. You could have just left it there and put handcuffs on her or something, or, you know, get her to the hospital. Oh, well.
I don't know. She might have just been scared like Joseph.
Guess we're all sitting around together tonight after all. Huh?
Yes. I think that is for the best.
Sure hope it's over. Long, tense night together. I don't manage to get any sleep at all. Morning arrives. All of us who were sitting together are still alive. It's a welcome relief. Soon people begin returning to town, and they're able to break us out of the inn. Technically, this is my home now. I should get on with moving in as I had intended to do. Or move to another town now. But the memories of what happened at the inn still haunt me. Everyone says we're lucky to get away with only 2 people dying. They consider us fortunate. I don't feel fortunate at all. One way or another, I'm getting out of this town as soon as I can. Maybe then the nightmares will stop. Alright, so that was not it. Very good game. I enjoyed the music, voice acting was good, and I like the art style. Now, I did go through a couple playthroughs, try to get all the different things. I didn't record all of it because that would be way too long of a video. But you see, I got 9 of the different CGs. I don't know if there's more. I've done every choice I can think of, but I can't seem to open up any of these other ones. I don't know if they actually do open or not. But I got these ones. So that was pretty good. And you play through them all, you realize that someone is possessed, but you'll just have to play through yourself to find that out. And on that note, you all have yourselves a good one, and I will see you later.